Good morning. Stocks go up, stocks go down. Then we see interesting day set up, all about jobs, how about bigger jobs. So once again, yesterday we had the PC and the market struggled yesterday, and it couldn't get going because UNH was way down, Goldman Sachs was way down, and CRM was way down. They're all big components. So this is why every once in a while when we say, the market can't go up or the market can't go down, if Goldman Sachs is up or down 10 or 15, very hard for the SPX to go the other way. Same thing with a UNH or an Apple. If one of these stocks, because let's say Apple is up 10 and UNH is down 10, then your SPX is about flat, right? Depending on the weighting. But so one has to be opposite of the other, or if they're both the same direction, it goes the same direction. But when you have three components like UNH, Goldman Sachs, and CRM, they were all way lower. It didn't matter what all the other stuff does, because let's say a UNH is at 3%. If you add 5 other stocks, they may only be 3%, right? So those big components were way down. Okay, so let's see today if we can get through this. To me, is very straightforward. If it gets to 4,100, you got 41.21, 41.50 on a huge rally. If it fails and the market breaks, and it breaks this 40.52, probably 40.44 will take us straight down. Will take us straight down all the way to 4,000. Now, this is kind of intriguing because this is a backwards-looking number, and if the jobs were to come in at say 100,000, I think that's a Goldilocks number. I think that number takes the market way up. If the jobs come in at over 300,000, we'd probably go lower. Okay, Tesla. The semi was out there, nothing really happening outside of that, but what's it sitting? It's sitting here. It should have hit 200. This is a different stock, guys. Just know this. I mean, this happened in 2000. I remember this. I remember the great stocks. The JDSUs was a great stock back then. The Cisco's, the Amazon, the Yahoos. When they stopped moving, they didn't move for a long time. And this Tesla had every reason in the world yesterday to go to 200. And it just couldn't get there. Now, does it get there today? I don't know. Now, there is an issue here. And you think about this. I mean, explain this to me. I know I get comments all the time, and I just don't understand some of the comments from people. If you're going to go buy a car for $70,000, and in January, you can buy that car the same price, but you get $7,500 credit, not a deduction, a credit from the government. So the car is $62,500 to you at that point, and it's $7,500 less. Unless you needed that car immediately, why do you buy it in December? Why would anybody, any single person, take delivery of a Tesla, say after December 15th? All you have to do is wait 2 weeks, you get $7,500. Now, Tesla is giving you a discount, $3,750, I believe. They're discounting their cars so people take delivery. It's still $3,500 less if you just wait 2 weeks. Right? So that doesn't really make any sense. So that means, are these cars selling here? Now, overseas, that's different because they don't get that credit, right? They don't get that credit. So now the credit is also not applicable to everybody. You have to make X amount of money, and if you make too much money here, all this credit is not good for you either. So you got to look into that. But that could be one reason why they think the numbers won't be as good. But now, does the demand go through the roof in January because everybody wants one because they didn't take delivery in December? I don't know. But that's out there, okay? So that news is out there. So, okay, now you go to the semi, it's okay, but he didn't say anything about Tesla. I mean, I don't know what's going on. I don't know. Very interesting, okay? NOW tried to go yesterday, hit 431. They went to $6.50 right off the bat from one. You got manager count. Okay, Zscaler way down. They guided low. Look at CrowdStrike. It's not down. I mean, this is insanity. This is utter insanity. The CEO came out there and he said, at the end of the quarter, all the deals dried up, basically. So he told you everybody stopped spending money. And he says, if interest rates keep going up, probably going to continue to happen. He told every comment he made yesterday was bad, and it's not down. Okay? Okay, very interesting. And so now I take that and I go compare it to Peloton. Wow, Sam, you comparing CrowdStrike to Peloton? Yes. Because let me tell you, if the Peloton CEO came out when the first time it went from 170 to 120, and then it went to 100, I immediately came out there and said this thing going to $5. I didn't say that about CrowdStrike, okay? But immediately people on Twitter, boom, all the trolls came out really fast and they said, "Oh my God, it's going to be 120." It's going to, I mean, and boom, yeah, and it popped up. And I said, no, it's going to $5. Look, when the CEO is telling you all the deals have dried up, he said all the small companies have stopped buying stuff. Why wouldn't they? Why wouldn't they? So he's not lying to you, and they're taking it higher because they think, and here's what's happening. They think if the market rips to 4,200, 4,300, they're going to buy all the stuff that's down the most. But that gives you a monster opportunity in something like CrowdStrike. If it goes to up to 140, 150, 160, you just like puts for the next earnings cycle, and he's going to guide down. He's going to guide down. I mean, and this stuff is going to come into line. Look at Zscaler. They make 29 cents. Next time they're going to make 30. You times it by 4. Right? And what do you get? You get $1.20. $1.20. So let's say it's $1.50. They're going to make more than I think. So $1.50 times a 30 PE, 45. $45. Times a 50 PE, $75. It's trading at 130. But Sam, they're going to grow, and it's 2 years out. How do you know this? Did you see what Kramer did yesterday? Very, very deceitful. When he was talking about Chipotle, he goes, Chipotle trades at 38 times 2024 earnings. He gave you a number at 38 times 2024 earnings. Why didn't he give you 2023 earnings? Why didn't he give us 2025 earnings? What? I mean, this is what Wall Street has gotten to. They want a decent number, so they tell you, Chipotle trades at 38 times 2024. 2024. But 2023 is coming. He didn't give you 2023 because he would have said, well, it trades at 65 times 2023. And everybody said, wait a second here. No chance for it to go up. So that's what they're doing. And if the number doesn't look good, they give you a different number, a forward number, 2 years out, or 3 years. I mean, does Gary Black keep saying, oh, this is trading at 2025, it's trading at 20 times my 2026 estimate. But that's going to change. And that's what happened in 2001 when everything got slaughtered. Okay. The other one to watch today is Netflix, right on this SPX. If Netflix goes, if it takes out 322, it can run, it can run, it can run. How about that fake out yesterday? It was at 308, then 306 pre-market. It opened at 302, and within a minute went to 309 and ripped. What a fake out. We'll see. Okay? SPX. Okay, let's get some comments, questions. Let me look here. Okay. Salmon depends on income and also the battery composition to be 100% U.S. Tesla is giving the discount, which many people will not get. Yeah, agree. Okay. So we'll see what happens. If it takes out 4,100, we rip. If we're at 100,000 jobs, we probably rip. If we're at 300,000 jobs, we probably die. Okay? Here's the thing. If we break, we're going to go down hard. We may break 4,000. Okay? Okay, Avago 551, 559, downside 541. NVIDIA, CRM is off the screen. Don't need it. Garbage company. Okay? It's been garbage for a year. It's one thing to be bad and going down nonstop. I mean, look at what CRM, I'm going to pull this out again. CRM, you know what they did last quarter? They guided down. Then they say, we're going to guide up for 2026. You don't know what the hell your company is going to do in 2023, but you know what you're going to do in 2026? And then, who knows, maybe the other CEO said, you can't do this bullshit, and he left. Giving a 2026 number when you can't even give a 2024 number or 2023 number. Okay? Garbage. They're in trouble. They're in a lot of trouble. I mean, just know that, okay? NVIDIA, very strong yesterday. 172, 179 under 161. Goldman Sachs, 186. This is struggling around here. 386, 391 underneath 362. BABA trying to move. Can it get to 90? Maybe. Let's see. 91, 96 underneath 81. Baidu trying to get to 111, 116 underneath 100. Apple very strong, back to 145 if we die. Okay, through 151. Lam Research, no man's land, just sitting here. 471 up, 451 down. Microsoft very strong. Underneath 238 is now a beast number. We're a long way away, but just know that it's a beast number. Over 256, Snowman, very strong yesterday. Ran all day, but didn't run a ton. So this is going to be a slower mover, but it's relatively strong. Okay? 161 up, 141 down, way down there. Netflix, 322, 322. If it goes, it goes. CrowdStrike, this thing shouldn't even be 109, but they're going to hold it up. Zscaler down 15, but long way to go. NOW, this one can go if it gets to 431, 432. It can run all the way to 452. Let's see what happens. MDB strong. It's up 25 from the bottom. Yeah, 171 up, 131 down. Tesla trying to go again. See if it can take out this 198 at the beginning. Anything, if it can get through 203, it can have a late day run. Underneath, back lower. Deer 444. Okay. So I have the 4120s on my screen. Upside. I have the 4050s on my screen downside. Why? So why not the 4100s? Why not equidistant? So here's the thing. I don't want to pay $12, but here's the thing. If it breaks 4100, it's going to go. So then your 4120s work. If it doesn't break 4100, then you lose less. You lose less, right? And the 4050s, because if it dives, it's going to dive, it's going to dive, it's going to dive. So I haven't done anything yet. We'll look at them maybe 5-10 minutes before the numbers come out and may play both sides on them. Yesterday, playing both sides worked. If you put in 4 and 4, the other one went to the first. The calls went up. They were up 2, but you didn't do nothing. You waited because you knew 4100 is going to be an issue, and then you got 950 on the put, so it covered both sides. Plus, you made money, and you could have sold the calls too for $1. Interesting. Okay, that's what we know. Everybody have a great trend day. Same chat.